What's good, YouTube? Cosmic with another video. Today, I'll be doing a CTF walkthrough. I recently did a CTF, and I'm just gonna do a walkthrough of my two favorite challenges. This will be part one. I'll probably take out a part two, maybe next week or something, or when I have time. But before we get into it, please like and subscribe if you do like the video, and comment down below what should I do, bro. I'm experimenting. You know, I have no clue what to do with the channel. But let's get into it. It was a really interesting challenge. Okay. So the challenges, we had a data PCAP. So if you check what kind of file it is, it's a PCAP-NG, new version of a PCAP file. So we can check Wireshark to open the file. We already opened it recently. So the first thing when I was looking, most of the time in other CTFs or in network CTFs, the flag will just be transmitted in like a TCP packet, or maybe they'd want us to check for HTTP packets or something like that, or something to that effect. This one wasn't like that. This one's a bit different. So I was, after not finding low-hanging fruit, like looking for HTTP and all that, I started looking, and there was nothing of value. But then, as soon as I started checking ICMP packets, I saw that no, they sent a payload in the data section. There's actually, if you can see this is actually hex. This is hexadecimal. So I was like, okay, maybe it's a flag transmitted. Is it gonna be that easy? We could copy the value and open Wireshark. No Wireshark. CyberChef. To decode it. There's lots of ways to decode it, many websites to decode it, probably many tools to decode hex. You could even decode hex if you're not lazy, but I'll just use CyberChef for everything. As you can see, most of the ICMP protocols have a payload in them, or hex payload. We could say from hex. Apologies, I'm in a VM while recording. My PC ain't that strong. It looks like it's double hex encoded. So if we do this, we get operator, we get a signal. So it's like, okay, we'll have to make a quick Python script to read everything. I mean, we could individually read everything, but that isn't practical. But I mean, you can if you want. You can, but it ain't practical. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying. So I decided to. I first filtered on ICMP, and then I realized further down testing, I was like, okay, there's some junk values, like stuff we don't know. And then I was like, okay, when the source address is 159 dot whatever that IP address is, we get values we get data that we don't want. So we'll filter on that. We just want literally if the it's probably here, but we only want, so if the IP dot source host equals to 159.89.24.90, if it's equal to that, we don't want it. So then we get all the ICMP. So I was like, okay, before we do anything, let's save it to a file called exported. So if we do exported, we get an exported PCAP. That is 100% cool. So I was like, okay, do I have Tmax installed? Okay, I have Tmax, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. So I was like, okay, let's use Python. So I was like, from Scapy, we'll use Scapy. Really cool tool. We'll import everything. We'll use the read PCAP function. What's it called? It's called exported.pcapng. We'll do that. So if we print file.0, the first time we show all the packets, you'll see that the load 2E08. If we check up here, the last thing is 2E08. So that's cool. So we could use a for loop to read that. So we could say for, I don't know, for packet and file. Print, we want the load only. So print the load. And that doesn't work because I said print instead of packet. And that doesn't work because indentation error. Print packet.load. Unexpected indent. And then we get all the things, but they in bytes. So we could do this, print packet.load will decode it to UTF-8. And I didn't put a comma, so I'm gonna get an error. Can I do that? And oh no, I didn't. Okay, let's go. We probably should be using a IDE or something. And my bad. We could probably save it to a file, but I'm lazy. We could. Why didn't that copy over? I should practice for this video. Forgive me. And as you can see, we get this. So I was like, okay, this is basically a rabbit hole. Doesn't mean anything, but I was like stuck. I was like, okay, I found out that all your base is, it's a game that had like terrible English or terrible grammar. So there's that, and it doesn't mean anything. Okay, so rabbit hole. So then I started looking at the packets again. And one thing that pointed out to me is that this ID thing is changing weirdly. So I was like, okay, we could check the TTL, but it's the same thing. The time to live is the same thing. We could check the length. Maybe the length was like hex or something. I don't know. But I was like, okay, let me check the ID. Probably something's up with the ID. Because if we come to Python, we print out 066, we get 102. So if, let me come to my main OS real quick. ASCII codes. If you come to 102, you'll see that it's a F. So I was like, okay, that's the decimal equivalent to like a character or whatever. So I was like, okay, let me try that. So let's go get the ID field. So I was like, okay, for packet and file. Actually, let me get the, I don't know how the packet looks. 0.show. Okay, so we'll say for packet and file, we want the ID. Actually, I did a mistake. Let's make a string, I don't know, like text. We'll say text equals to nothing right now because we want a string. So we'll say for packet and file, we'll say text plus equals to, make a space, we'll plus that to, we'll make it a string because the number is going to get returned. We'll say packet, we want the ICMP, we want this field, the 066. Remember, we got a 102 from that, as you can see there, with the ID, not ID, yeah, we want an ID, and that should go. So if we print text, we get that. So if we put it here, let me go to my main OS, bro. The thing is that I have a CyberShift. You saw there was a drag error, so I can't use half of the screen on the VM right now, which is super weird. I don't like that. Should fix it. Well, anytime. We get that. Let me get into CyberShift, and we know it's decimal. So if you say from decimal, we get our flags. So yeah, I know it looks quick and easy now, but it was kind of long, but it was fun at the end of the day. So yeah, that's just a mini recap. If you like the video, please like and subscribe.